Man, there's truly so much we have to talk about, so much we have to discuss. So let's just jump right into it. Hit it! You guys, welcome to a new episode of Sounds of Sir Q, and I'm so glad that you guys have come back yet again. Needless to say, you guys won't be disappointed because there is so much that we have to talk about, so much we need to discuss. So let's jump right into it. It's time for Hot Topic. Woo! You guys, let me first start off by saying that I am so glad to be discussing what we are about to be discussing today. And let me not forget my lovely co-host, my solo, that's serving all the good tea. Let me tell you. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Like, oh my God. I mean, I'm truly ecstatic because stuff just keeps on coming and coming and coming when it comes to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm grateful that this season is continuing to heat up, but you know, I'm just a little taken aback yet again because I mean, here we go with the spotlight being on Rasheeda. Yes, man. When it comes to Rasheeda, Kirk, and this baby mama drama, I mean, it just continues to get more and more juicy. I mean, which is, of course, that's what we want, right? So, Jasmine, I mean, look, she's come back onto the platform, and, you know, she's like, you know, gloves are off, you know, like she is going in for the kill. I can't really say if this is like rightfully so. I don't know. I mean, I feel like sometimes though, when individuals come onto the reality world or they come onto the platform, they're trying to tell their story the best way they possibly can. So I can't really say if this is like a deliberate attack. The fact that Jasmine Blue is coming back onto the scene. I feel like she's wanting to tell her story truthfully so people won't be painting her out to be the bad guy. I mean, she clearly she has to play the part and you know what transpired between you know the cheating between you know her and the cheating that Kirk did with Rasheeda. Like, you know, she plays a major part. And honestly, I don't think that she has ever denied that. I think her stance right now is the fact that she's wanting to show that she's not the one that's initiating anything when it comes to, you know, the sexual favors. You know, she's wanting the audience to know, she's wanting us to know that, you know, this is Kirk that's initiating this, and he's doing it by way of giving her money. You know, in order for her to receive money, there needs to be an exchange, which is sexual favors. And so pretty much that's what Jasmine Blue, she's come back on, you know, to the platform to let people know about that. And again, she's insistent that she has proof, you know, and it seems like at this point she's not, you know, she's not afraid to show it. So, you know, she has been, you know, speaking to, you know, the different ladies, or the other ladies. You know, she's been talking to, of course, she's talked to Diamond, and, you know, later on she's going to be attending Diamond's bachelorette party. She's talked to Carly Red. It seems like she's talked to Erica Banks, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, again, I don't think that she's doing anything maliciously. She's just trying to pretty much give her stance on, you know, what is truly transpiring behind closed doors. And so, you know, as we fast forward, you know, there was the bachelorette party that Diamond had, and, you know, she had, you know, some of the ladies attended. Of course, there was, you know, Erica Banks. There was Amy Luciani. there was Carly Red and Yandy. Yandy attended as well. I was kind of shocked, but then again, I wasn't, because I forget the position that Yandy used to have in the entertainment world, that she was really tied to a lot of the artists. So I can see her, knowing Diamond, and I can see her being in attendance to Diamond's bachelorette party. But to, Yandy's surprise, she saw that Jasmine, had showed up, and, it kind of threw a damper and what was going on within the party scene. And so they were sitting down, they were discussing, and Jasmine was actually, she wasn't even really in the mix with the ladies. She was actually over on the other end with her friend, and she was kind of gathering her own vibe, and she really wasn't paying any attention to the other ladies. But there was a discussion about her, and it struck a chord with Yandy, and I feel like the reason why it struck such a chord with Yandy. So just to go back, Yandy has also been having marital problems with her husband Mendeecees, and this past episode they had attended counseling. And, we found out that Mendeecees doesn't even feel comfortable wearing his wedding ring anymore. And it's... Now, I'm going to be honest. Like, when you watch a scene like that, it's one or two things. Either, number one, they are, on the brink of, a reconciliation, mending fences, getting things back together. Or two, they're on the brink of separation and or divorce. So it's hard to know which way this is going to lean towards just by watching what played out. And I don't know if it's just a matter of Mendeecees. He just seems like he's the type to go along, to play along. But I can't really say if this reality TV world was always meant for him. Just because you can just tell by way of his actions. When it comes to Yandy has been, on this scene since season 2, season 3 of Love and Hip Hop New York. So, she is very familiar with, how things transpire in the reality TV world. More so, she's familiar with how things transpire when it comes to social media. And I feel like Mendeecees feels as if Yandy is so wound up within the social media world that she lose sight of the real world. And I feel like that's where the problem ensues when it comes to their relationship. And that's why they're, having so many problems. But it's good to see that Mendeecees is, attending therapy sessions, counseling sessions when it comes to their marriage. Because I'm sorry, when it comes to a lot of people in relationships, more so with men, they're not prone to doing that. They feel as if they can, whatever situation they have, they can work through it, get over it without having a mediator to facilitate whatever issues or problems they're going through. So I'm grateful to see Mendeecees is not opposed to, going to, these counseling therapy sessions. And, and the fact that it seems like he has hope, but I still see that disconnect between Yandy and Mendeecees. So I'm really hoping, I'm really praying that they get back on the right track and be who we're used to seeing them as, this lovely, powerful couple. But I'm saying all this because now I want to go back to Diamond's bachelorette party. They're sitting down, they're discussing. It's Amy Lucci, it's Carly Red, and Yandy. They're all sitting down. And they're pretty much, discussing this Kirk situation and with Jasmine. So, of course, we all know Carly Red. She always wants to be the person that wants to get in the mix, that wants to figure out what's going on. Basically, a.k.a. she want to be nosy. So, she pretty much goes to Jasmine, reels her in, as she always does with people. Pulls her back over and wants to further discuss, what this situation is, or, that's being alleged about her having proof of Kirk and wanting to, give sexual favors. So Jasmine, she didn't hesitate whatsoever. she proceeds to, pull out her phone and, she starts scrolling and she begins to show, the proof of, Kirk and the conversations between the two back and forth and pretty much what he was initiating. I mean, you really couldn't see it because, they did like a little glimpse and then they took it off. So you really couldn't see exactly what the conversation consisted of. But, I mean, I guess it was, whatever it was juicy enough because Carly Red took out her phone. She took a picture of it, and she saved that. So I don't know if she's going to go back and show Rashida. I don't know what the situation is going to be, but it seems like things are beginning to heat up. Now, where Yandy comes in, she has issues, she has reservations about it because she feels as if, why are you bringing this to the ladies in this way, in this manner? But you have to think about it. It wasn't like she came there with that intent. Keep in mind, she just witnessed what just played out. She witnessed Carly Red lure her over so that way she can try and, pull information from her. So again, it wasn't that, Jasmine intended to come in, to start any type of drama whatsoever. You guys kind of did that. You guys inserted yourself into, that situation. But I feel that Yandy took it personally only because of what she's going through with Mendeecees. And, Jasmine made this statement because, things started to get heated between Yandy and Jasmine. And, so much so, Yandy got so upset. She got so mad. She, began storming off. And then Jasmine made this statement that, it seemed, why is Yandy that upset? Like it really has nothing to do with her. But I get it. Yandy's upset because, she's taking up for her friend. Like her and Rashida have a really close relationship. So she's taking up for her friend. But Jasmine, subconsciously is thinking and saying out loud, why are you getting so upset when this really has nothing to do with you? But maybe it's striking a chord because of what you're going through with your husband Mendeecees right now. And now this kind of solidified maybe why he's not wearing his wedding ring or why he doesn't feel comfortable anymore wearing his wedding ring. And, Jasmine stated that Mendeecees is out there doing his own thing too. She said word on the street, and we all know how that goes now when it's that word on the street. Allegedly that, he is out there gallivanting around, frolicking around, with other women himself. And I don't know. When I think about it, I would hate for that to be true because when it comes to Yandy and Mendeecees, look, we have watched their story for years now. At least I have for years, and we want to see a happy fairy tale ending because they have truly been through a lot. But I mean, I'm sorry, but these relationships lately, a lot of people are just bowing out. They're not willing to stick it out. And I guess because, I don't know if it's because, so much that's going on in the world. People are beginning to have this, realization of life being too short. And, when you are in, when you have problems, when there are so many situations, especially when it begins to be toxic, you want to be able to find a way out so that way you can live your life peacefully without it being so much drama. And who knows if that's where, Yandy and Mendeecees are at this moment. But I just wonder, is there truly some proof to what Jasmine stated? Lord, you know what? Like, this is funny. I'm going to tell you why this is so funny. Like, I truly don't like to shed a lot of light when it comes to this storyline. But the reason why I want to bring it up and talk about it, because I love this individual so much so. Like, I feel like she's very talented. She has a lot to bring to the table. But what she's bringing thus far is not what we're wanting to see. And I'm speaking of Amy Luciani. Now, when it comes to Amy, I mean, The reason why I have to speak on this is because, like, this is becoming the running storyline, the running topic for her as she is on this platform. And I'm speaking about, her having these issues and reservations about Bambi and Bambi's new man, which Bambi's new man just so happens to be her ex-boyfriend that she dated 10 years ago. Yeah, I know. So my whole thing is, like, I understand, if this was something that was just, fairly recent. I mean, I would get, you being extremely upset, feeling some sort of way if, Bambi decided to talk to this individual, number one, without informing you, which, like you said, she did. And number two, if you guys had just recently broken up. If you guys were, I mean, if this was maybe like, okay, I'll give it a year. I'm not even going to say if this was 5 years ago, because even if it was 5 years, that would still be like pushing it, But even if it was like a year, then yeah, I can see where you would be owed like an explanation, or you would be owed some sort of something should a conversation should have been had. But my thing is 10 years and you going around telling these people this so freely, like as if that 10 shed away 9 to be 1. I mean, girl, every time I hear this storyline, I'm just like, I get so weak listening to this storyline. I wanna lay down and sleep. Girl, I'm trying to let you know that this storyline is so weak. Can't explain how this storyline is so weak. Wait, yes I can, girl. This storyline is weak. We gonna need you to try again. And let me just say to you, Amy, that I love you. I love watching you. You are very talented. You're doing a lot, and I like to see that. But what I don't like to see, and I'm pretty sure just like everybody else, girl, we're not trying to see a tired storyline. We're not trying to see a weak storyline. So we're going to need you to try again. It's okay. People make mistakes. Trust and believe. No one's perfect. But not with the weak storyline. You know what? Again, like I said, I'm not going to put too much on this. Let's just, jump right along. Because, I mean, there is some more spiciness. There is some more heat and a lot of things heating up in Dubai yet again. And oh my God, let me just say this. I want to fast forward just a little bit. Now, the Real Housewives of Dubai just recently filmed their reunion. And let me just say to you guys that their looks were phenomenal. I mean, you could tell these ladies are of wealth, because when I tell you they brought it, they truly brought it. So let's just take a look at these different looks that these ladies gave and that they served, because it was, let's start with, first and foremost, Caroline Stanbury. Sarah Amadati. Taline, the reason why I want to give Taline a hand clap is because Taline came onto the platform and she did exactly what was needed to be done. Caroline Brooks. Lisa Milan. And last but not least, Chanel Ayan. Woo! Yes, that was truly, those looks were like truly amazing. And I mean, just by looking at like the whole scene of it all, like you can tell that it is going to be a juicy reunion. Now, I'm trying to think, like, everyone is always on the edge of their seat to see exactly what the seating arrangement is going to consist of. And I think we already know how it's going to play out. Just by looking at the end of the season, how it played out, and only to know that the season finale is just like days away. So you can tell that Ayan is going to be head of the couch on one end, and on the other end, it's going to be Lisa at the head of the couch. On Ayan's side, you're going to have Ayan, you're going to have Caroline Stansberry, and you're going to have Talene. My prediction, mind you, my prediction. On the other side, you're going to have Lisa, Sarah, and then you'll have Caroline Brooks. Or, I'm sorry, I take that back. You're going to have Lisa, you're going to have Caroline Brooks, and then you're going to have Sarah. That's exactly how it's going to play out. It's a lot that needs to be uncovered. I'm hoping that, once they hash things out on this reunion, that they can mend fences and go back to their friendship, how things were. But I digress. I want to reel it back in, only because this last episode I feel like it's the catalyst to what is going to play out for the season finale. It's the straw that broke the camel's back, pretty much. And you can tell, you begin to see this disconnect when it comes to Ayan and when it comes to Lisa. Even though they're trying so hard to keep the connection, but you can tell that there is a disconnect. You can tell that they truly, and that's on both ends, they truly did not get over that argument, that fight that ensued between them several episodes ago. I felt as if they just swept it under the rug, and they did that to save face, because they didn't want to be embarrassed amongst the other women. I mean, because the other women see them as being like thick as thieves. They're truly best friends, and when you see a crack within a relationship, whether it be marital, partnership, or friendship, it is embarrassing. It can be very much so embarrassing, especially when you guys have portrayed to be so close and that nothing can, break up a friendship. So I feel like they really didn't hash things out the way that they should have, truthfully. And to be honest with you, maybe it should have been certain things that should have been discussed behind closed doors, so that way they can get back on that rightful pathway that they used to be on. But I was able to, thanks to Bravo, of course, I was able to get clips of the upcoming season finale, and pretty much again what's gonna lead up to the blow up between Lisa and Ayan. And it seemed, just looking at the first 5-6 minutes of the season finale, it appears that things were good. Here you have Ayan and her husband meeting up with Lisa and her husband, and they decided to have breakfast together. And let me just say, when they complement each other so much, and I mean both relationships. Look, here you have Ayan and her husband. And you have Lisa and her husband. And again, they're all sitting down and they're having breakfast, pretty much discussing the blowout that happened last night when they were all together at the dinner. Whew, that was truly something else. And that was a very intense, heated argument between Lisa and Tylene, and it was it was crazy to say the least. But basically, you have Lisa pretty much letting Ayan know how much she loves her. The fact that Ayan always has her back. Now, I mean, of course, this is what we want to see. I mean, it's good to see that they are getting along. Right now in that moment. Pretty much how a true friendship is and what it's all about. But here on the other hand, meanwhile, while they're having their breakfast over there, the ladies are also having breakfast on the other side of the hotel, in their hotel room, and they're discussing what happened last night, how they feel that Lisa was pretty much doing too much. She was going above and beyond. And it was starting to get to a point of disrespect, and pretty much they're putting out there how Lisa feels that she's kind of inferior, to the ladies, that she feels like she's the only one that has a business and that no one else really is doing anything, and all the ladies are they're just not on her level, and all the ladies are beginning to feel it. And, this is the discussion that they're having about that. So me personally, this is where I feel that Ayan had some sort of revelation. Subconsciously, something came about in Ayan's head where she felt the need to have to show proof of her own identity. And I'm saying this because of later on, as we proceed forward, they all get together yet again, and Tylene pretty much wants to have a conversation with Lisa to discuss what transpired the night before, but that seems like that was a bad idea, because yet again it caused another blow up between the two of them, so much so that Lisa begins getting up, she storms off, and now it leaves the ladies with Ayan, and pretty much they were stating how Ayan is always going to have Lisa's back, even when Lisa is wrong, and she's not going to tell her when she's wrong. And it seems like it's at the expense of the ladies. She's willing to sell the ladies just to appease Lisa. And I feel like in that moment, and I'm not even going to say in that moment, I just feel like this is something that's always been percolating in Ayan's head. That it appears that Ayan is Lisa's puppet. That, she has her, like, Lisa's a little puppeteer, and, she has Ayan exactly where she wants her to be. And, if Lisa's upset, then Ayan should be upset. If Lisa just threw shade on one of the ladies, now it's time for Ayan to do the same. So it just seems like she's just the puppeteer master. And I feel like Ayan kind of feels that in a sense. And Ayan is pretty much now needing to prove and show to these ladies that she does have her own identity. And this is where I feel as if why things are going to go awry between Ayan and Lisa's relationship. I could be wrong. Look, I'm just dissecting. I'm just peeling the layers, trying to understand. But this is my take of things. But look, we'll have to watch that season finale and see exactly how things find out. And then fast forward, we'll have to watch the reunion to see how things play out as well. You guys, it appears, allegedly, and this is according to my sources, that Megan Thee Stallion may have a new boo. But first, let me just say too, congratulations to her, because she is going to be the host on the upcoming VMA Awards, and everyone loves a good award show, especially, well, me personally, especially when it comes to music awards. So it's good to see that she's going to be the host, and I feel like that she has a lot to bring when it comes to, you know, her flavor, her artisticness. That she, you know, she is very. I feel like she can be comical. I feel like she is very entertaining, and she will keep us glued in on the award show. So I cannot wait to watch the VMA Awards. But yes, it seems as if she does have a new boo. I'm saying this because sources are saying that on Tuesday, August 29th, the rapper Megan Thee Stallion looks like that she accidentally shared a clip on herself carrying out a couples challenge with Chicago Bulls star Torrey Craig. And I'm saying to myself, oh Lord, not another Tory. Like, girl, what is it with you and these Tory men? Like, is it just the name? They just get you all heated and bothered? Like, not another Tory, but I guess so. And it looks like they were doing some sort of challenge on TikTok. You know, since then, of course, it has been deleted. I guess, you know, once people realize, you know, what the boo that she had in the background, she had to hurry up and delete that so things won't be leaked. But you gotta know that, you know, once it's put in the search engine, it's a wrap. You know, you don't put it out there now, so now everybody named mama gonna know about it, especially when it comes to you, because everyone's always watching you. They're trying to see the next newest best thing that you have out there. So I mean, I can't really say that was by accident. Who knows? It could have been intentional. We don't know. But allegedly, look, this is all that transpired. And you know, Torrey Craig, he's 33, and Meg Thee Stallion, she's 29. So I mean, that's a good. There's a gap, but it's really not that bad of a gap. And also too, it looks like previously they answered a series of questions on their relationship while shutting their eyes and pointing to each other, according to a screen recording captured by Much Music on TikTok. Now, if they did this, then there's really no need to kind of be secretive, because if you did a relationship skit like that, which, you know, we see those all the time, you know, that's pretty much solidifying that you guys are either in a relationship or you're dating. But either way, let me just say this. You know, when it comes to Meg Thee Stallion, she's living her best life. If they don't need to be together. I mean, honestly, if they're just dating, I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, you know, that's what life is all about. You're trying to figure things out. And I feel like, you know, with Meg being the age that she is, and then, you know, looking at Tory, him being the age that he is, I mean, they're in a dating phase right now. So who knows how serious things can be, how serious things can get. They're just probably taking it day by day. So, you know, kudos to Meg. You know, girl, continue living your best life, as we love to see, and continue doing the things that we continue to watch, continue entertaining us, because again, that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see that entertainment. Keep on entertaining us, Meg Thee Stallion, because you know, we love watching you, and you know, we love doing your little challenges, especially when it comes to your songs, because just like you, I too feel, you know, that I'ma stop. I'm just playing. Now, I do feel like a star though, you know, low key. I'm not gonna lie. But keep on doing what you do, Meg. Oh, co-host, let me sip. I want to give you like a brief little reading of something from the Bible. And this is actually titled, Don't Be Afraid. This is coming from Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will give you strength, and for sure I will help you. Yes, I will hold you up with my right hand. That is my right and good. God, I try to be strong, but sometimes I'm afraid. Sometimes I don't even know why I'm scared. I just am. I don't like the way I feel when I'm afraid. I'm glad that your word says that because you are my God, I don't have to be afraid. Knowing you are always with me makes me feel safe. Help me to remember when I get scared that you are right there with me. You hold me up and you protect me and make me strong. Thank you for letting me know that you'll never leave me alone. In Jesus' name, amen. You know, I will say, because there is so much that goes on in the world, that you do have to maintain a sense of faith. Because all it takes is for one wrong thing. All it takes is for one curveball. All it takes is for you to be derailed that one time, and it just causes your life to spiral, you know? And when I say spiral, I don't mean in a good way whatsoever. And so if you don't have faith, if you don't have trust in God, sometimes it will be hard for you to get back on track. You know, that's when things sometimes begin to go downhill because you lose sight of so much. And I'm saying this not just for you guys, for the audience out there. I'm saying this for myself too, because, you know, life isn't always perfect. It's not always going to be peaches and cream. You know, every single day that we wake up, it is a blessing, but every single day is also a challenge. Every single day is also an obstacle that we have to overcome. But I tell you, and I mean this with much conviction, when your faith is strong, when your belief is strong, you really can never go wrong. So no matter what obstacle is thrown at you, it's going to be always easy for you to catch, handle, and overcome that obstacle when it's all said and done by way of God. Because you're walking by sight when it does occur, because you're walking by faith when it does occur and not by sight. The sight does give you the ability to see, but your faith gives you the ability to withstand and to overcome when it's all said and done. So I want to put that out there for anyone who is, you know, in a situation of being afraid, or you are in a situation of you're wanting to do something but you just don't know, you know, how to execute it. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. Let me just say this. There is no time like the present when it's all said and done. Keep in mind that, you know, every day is not promised to us. The next day is not promised to us. So, you know, when you know that you have that ability to, you have your five senses, or you have that ability to get up and push forward yet again, make a difference. Because that's all we're here for, is to make a difference in this world. And we're here to show and prove for God, especially the chosen ones, i.e. myself. So, you know, I go through things all the time, just as much as everyone else, but it's my mission and my duty to continue to execute what I was designed to do. So, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm hoping that, you know, this resonated to anyone out there. And don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals. Whatever it is that you have, that you are envisioning in your mind, don't just keep it, you know, in your mind. Be able to pull it out. Be able to execute so you can see it through. Thank you. Woo, Lord. Yet again, that's all we have time for. And that was a lot, but I love it. I love a lot. You know, like I say, too much is always good for me. I'm never going to shy away from that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys were entertained. I hope that you guys were engaged. And I cannot wait for the new episode. Again, you guys won't be disappointed. Thank you guys for coming back. And don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms. Instagram, which is I am Sir Q. That's I am SIRQUE. And make sure you guys get certified with Sir Q. Thanks again, you guys, for watching Sounds of Sir Q, and I cannot wait to see you guys on another episode. Peace.